Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Again, my name is Alona. Today I want to talk about breastfeeding. It's been a while that I did not talk about breastfeeding. So today I want to talk more on the pumping versus manual expression because of the pandemic that we are experiencing right now, there are so many moms who are really trying hard to save money and not to spend their cash on buying formula. So if you're a mom right now and you are struggling on how to maintain your milk supply or to increase your milk supply, this is the time that I'm going to give you some effective techniques that will help you to improve your milk supply and save you a lot of money. So give me your time today and I'm gonna show you on how to manage your milk supply. Now, first thing I want to talk about is pumping. Okay, I know so many moms right now who have their own breast pump because they learn it from their friends, they learn it from the nurses, or they just want to have their own. So breast pump is good. It is a very good source of relief when you're too tired of breastfeeding all the time. However, there is such a big difference when the baby is sucking and latching at your breast as compared when you are pumping and using this plastic flange. Now, I'm going to review with you about your pump because I've seen so many moms asking and posting in social media why they cannot get a good amount of milk supply when they are pumping, when they know that they have tons of milk in there. So first, I want you to look at your pumps, if you have your pumps right now. I don't have the machine right now. I don't have the machine, but I have the connectors. Now, it is very important that when you check your breast pump, if you're using Medela, if you're using other brand, it doesn't matter. Make sure if you see the bulb where the milk goes in, make sure that you check that one, okay? Because sometimes it's plugged and there's not enough this white fluffy thing here probably is worn out, that needs to be replaced. You need to check on that, making sure that the connectors inside, when you put it on, this thing is really inserted really tightly inside. Now, with this cord, when you sterilize your pump, make sure you don't sterilize this cord because this one doesn't touch into your breast milk. It doesn't. So what you can do for this is just wash it with warm water and soap to disinfect it, okay? But this part here, let me just remove it, and the bottles, you need to sterilize them. Now, it is very important when you're pumping to get a really good milk supply. I would suggest that when you put the flange in, you really have to make sure that you are, when the pump is on, you can, if this hand is free, you can massage at the same time. Imagine when a person is milking a cow, okay? The more pressure you put in, gentle pressure, the more milk you get from the cow. It's the same thing as us human being. When this pump is working, put it in right in the middle. Make sure that you're massaging your breast if you're able to do so, because some moms, they said they're just too tired to massage their breast at the same time while the pump is on, or nobody is holding that pump. So here comes the part of the husband, okay? Breastfeeding is a teamwork. The husband can help to help mom on pumping. Now, there may be some mistakes on why you cannot get so much milk from the pump. Number one, it is how you started regulating the pressure of your pump. So imagine when you're breastfeeding, when the baby sucks at your breast, for the first 30 or 40 seconds or a minute when the baby's sucking, the baby will just, really fast, right? But when the letdown comes in about 2 minutes or maybe 1 minute and 30 seconds, when the letdown comes in, the suck gonna be. So mimic that pressure and the movement of the pump when you turn it on. So what you're gonna do? So I want you, when you turn on your pump, I want you to turn it to the max. To the max. Depends on how comfortable you are. Because even if I said turn it to the max and you're too full or too engorged, it's gonna be painful. So if it's really painful right now, do not turn it to the max. Just turn it to your comfort zone. You can massage it, make sure that you soften it first if it's too uncomfortable with the pump, okay? Because you cannot get so much when you're in pain. Remember that. Because again, it's the pain that tells you from your brain, okay, you are in pain. There's not so much oxytocin, so you cannot get so much milk from there. So when you turn your pump to the max, I forgot the numbers, either 3 or 4 is the max. Count it maybe 2 minutes, and then 2 to 3 minutes, and then once the 2 minutes is up, you put it to the medium, okay? To the middle. When it's go, So not fast. That's only for the beginning, okay? So that's how the pressure of the pump should be, mimicking on how the baby is latching with normal breastfeeding. So why some moms cannot get so much milk out from the pump when they know they have so much milk? Now again, it may be the pressure when you turn on your pump. It may be the size of your flange. So there are sizes of this. I believe there's size 21, 23, there's 27. The biggest I think is size 31. It's the diameter I'm talking about, okay? Now if you have a larger breast and your flange is so tiny and you're just like right on top of your, right below your areola, then you don't get that much milk. But if your flange is wider and you are right above your areola, then you're gonna get a good compression and a good milk output in there, okay? That may be the reason, okay? Another reason why you cannot get a good milk supply when you're pumping, probably your privacy. Probably if you're pumping at work, when you're so uncomfortable that there are people walking by, or you're just so unconscious that they're looking at you while you're pumping. These things, these environmental disturbances can also affect on how you express or pump your milk. So think about, before you pump, get a comfortable setup in a chair, in a couch, wherever you're going to be. A comfortable place where there's noise. You can even relax. You can even listen to music while you're pumping, because the more relaxed you're going to be, the more oxytocin you'll have and the more milk flow you're going to get. So those are the things that you have to remember when you're using the pump. When you're doing manual expression, I've showed this one to you in my previous video about manual expression. If you want to go back and watch it, make sure when you manually express, again, consider your distraction, your privacy, your comfort. When you're doing manual expression, please try to eat first. Try to eat first. It's always good to have good food. If you're thirsty, drink water first. Because if you're so thirsty, if you're hungry, then there is not so much relaxation feeling while you're manually expressing it. So I always tell that to the moms in our breastfeeding clinic when they come in. You know what? One thing that's really helping you when you're doing manual expression, when you have a really full tummy, okay? When you feel good about yourself, when you have good sleep, then you can do a really good job in manual expression. So again, for manual expression, as I've showed you before in my previous video, I would really want you to encourage you to put your thumb right on top of your areola, not down here. So put it top of the areola and look at my index finger, and I push in, push deep and roll, slide down. Push deep and roll, slide down. So you can do that. Now again, whichever you can feel or see a good squirt when you press anywhere in this part, in your areola, continue that pressure because that's where the so-called sweet spot that I mentioned in my previous video. So again, the deeper you go, the more milk you get. The lower you go, the less milk you get. The more help you can get from your partner, the more milk you get. So do not hesitate to ask your partner, if you're comfortable, to help you express your milk, because with their help, more relaxing for you, because it's less pressure for you when you do it on your own. And you know what? Breastfeeding is a teamwork between you, your baby, and your husband. So do not hesitate. If you need help with expression of your milk, do it. With pumping, the same thing. Again, it's if you don't work hard on pumping and manual expression, you cannot get enough good supply for your storage fridge. So make sure either you manually express it or use your pump wisely, and making sure you're eating healthy, sleeping good, less stress, relax first before pumping or milk or expressing your milk, so that you'll get a good result. Okay, so I hope you learned something from this manual expression versus pumping. Please don't forget to subscribe and like my video. I'll see you again in my next video, and have a good day. Bye for now.